Hello, it's Keith from Kinvert, and I'm in the middle of all my Duna launches. I've got a Duna window. I'm at year 3, day 300 or so, and it seems like a good time to launch. I've tried a few times and found this is around the time I have a relatively low delta V. It's kind of hard. I wish they would list the phase angle or have a good way to measure it, or maybe I just don't know how to do it. But anyway, I think I'm not going to launch this next. This is the big base that was built. It needs 1500 monopropellant, 12 Kerbals, Science Lab, Cupola. Those were the big ones. It needs to land on motorized wheels. And I've got two missions. I've got the Duna Orbit, which is less stringent than this one, and then the Ike one is the one that really needed all the, the monopropellant and all the extra stuff. So I just built it all to that Ike spec. And this is going to hopefully net me over $3 million bucks. Kerbal bucks. Kerbucks, what do they call these? But yeah, I'm getting ready to launch. I'm not going to do this one now. I'm going to save this for last. I'm going to go for my Ike hopper. This is what's going to hop around the planet and bring the science back to here. I hope. That's at least the intent. Ike manned hopper full stack 2. Okay. And this is going to have one of the scientists. I'm sending a total of 2 scientists out there. So it's this guy. Obviously, I'm not going to necessarily waste Bill and leave them out there for so long because I don't have a return for these guys. Although this will be able to get into orbit and then you could be picked up and rendezvous in Duna and then come back. But I'm just going to send out the expendables. So I'm just going to launch. I can't think of anything else I need to do. This one does get a bit unstable, and the first time I stage the boosters, they like to crash into the rocket. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't have to redo any launches like I did last time. Some of this is going to be repetitive. I'm going to be getting the 3 up into LKO. If I recall, this has a ridiculously high thrust to weight ratio, so I'm going to start to throttle it back a little. But yeah, I've got to get all 3 into LKO, and then, well, no, I'm actually going to get them all on their Trans-Mars injection, and then I'm going to have to do all 3 mid-course corrections and juggle those 3 kind of at the same time, and then I'm going to need to do all 3 circularizations kind of at the same time. Alright, I'm going to go to full throttle just so that these hopefully fall away faster when I stage. I need to learn to put the first stage on the side instead of top and bottom. Please? Okay, that wasn't that bad. Whoa, baby. It's getting a little unstable here. I'm at full left. Okay. It should stabilize a bit. There it goes. Get a look here. Something's got a weird orbit. That must be what I did my injection burn with. Oh, that's one of my highly eccentric relay sats. Okay, let's make sure nothing's crazy on fire. Doing pretty good. Wish I was turned a little more right about there, but it's still a little unstable. Stabilizing there. Alright. I don't want to time warp any of these. The last one I did, it got really wobbly. This one's built better in my opinion, but so I'm about ready to stage this stuff off, get the asparagus going. Those should fall away safe, yes. And I've still got well enough delta V here. I really kind of have to waste fuel on this one. I overbuilt it. I just kind of got impatient and wanted to launch. So let's... I not only have to worry about Duna windows, but baby windows, because I've got to do this when my son's taking his nap. Alright, so we're raising the SAPO-APS. We got pretty good thrust to weight ratio. I'll get this up to like 150. Okay, there's the one that I did the injection with. Alright. I'm going to make sure I've got my power going, which is where, here we go. Extend these guys out so that even if I leave the stability assist or SAS, that it's still gonna work. Alright, so now I can warp up to here and just finish my circularization to get into LKO, because right now I'm still suborbital. Gonna time warp a bit out to here. Alright. Aim prograde, full throttle. I don't have much torque to be able to rotate this entire huge stage, so. Alright, and then I want to just barely have this impacting Kerbin, and then I'm going to stage and use this other part, and that's basically, I should be able to land on Ike and do a couple hops just on this second stage. Alright, so now I can stage this away. Full throttle with that. Circularize. The reason I left this early and kind of wasted the fuel, I'd rather waste the fuel and have fewer hops. Did I, Apo, Parry, alright. I don't want the orbital debris, so that's why I did that. And it's not perfect, but I'm going to take it. And so now I'm ready to do my injection burn. And so I need to get my bearings here. Well, I should be able to just about time it with this guy, right? So let's see, where's that? This burn is happening around here, so I can add the maneuver here. And they should basically look the same. Almost, right? So I should be able to just get this until it looks the same as that one. Alright. And now I can start to look at how much I'm missing Duna by. Set target. Alright. It looks like I'm too slow because I don't think my apoapse is hitting the orbit of Duna. Come on. I'm in the maneuver. Go to this. Okay. So speed up a bit. Oh, I can also try adjusting my timing. Okay. I'm missing by 158. And then if I do this again, I'm missing by 226. So that's worse. So I'll do this until it vanishes and then speed up a little. Alright, what am I at? 70, so it's better. I'm going to time it again and then speed up again. And this time I might be 60,000 kilometers. It's getting close. So I should only have to do this cycle a few more times. Alright, now this one I don't want to be polar. This one seems to have a better inclination than last. I'm going to call this good enough until the mid-course correction. The manned hop... Oh, that's my old debris. I was going to say my other piece should not be that close. Alright, so I've got 20 minutes, kind of like the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and time warp until I'm ready for that maneuver. This burn is going to take longer, so that's telling me, because it should be almost identical delta V, almost. And so that's telling me the thrust to weight ratio on this is less good, or lower anyway, than on that ComSat, the relay sat. So, alright, so just trying to time this a bit. I need to stop at almost a minute. 2, 1, aim, prograde, and then I'll do my adjustments from there. See how much... That's not bad torque, and I'm going to burn away a fair bit of this fuel. I don't want to land on Ike with low torque. I've already got... Actually, this one has a good thrust to weight ratio. Okay. Get me there. And I'm going to try time warp. Not bad. Try for one more. Getting a little wobbly. Okay, I'm doing the full 4 time warp. I might have time to do the ascent, circularization, and injection of the whole base, if all goes well. And then the next video would be the mid-course corrections and maybe one of the first circularizations. So trying to keep it so as I time warp I keep my encounter, because otherwise it's a lot harder to do that correction if I don't have an encounter. I gotta find an encounter. I'm not seeing my encounter here. This is taking a while. Alright, so I'm gonna turn off stability assist and do the little time warp trick. There it is. Turn, 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 turn. Oh, I gotta go retro. So, go retrograde. I didn't see myself pass, though. You know, I would have thought that if it's only 0.2, I would have saw it flip around. I kind of think this is wrong. But I'm gonna try it. Now I'm gonna try prograde. I wasn't that far off vertically. Alright, closest approach is 54, 53, 52, 50. Alright, so we're getting closer. There's an encounter. I thought I needed to go more prograde. Okay, so we're going to call that good for this one. And now I can get back to this view, make sure I've got... Okay. Oh, I should extend my antenna. I've got all 4 solar out, I think. Yep. Alright, so I can go back to the space station here, Space Center, and do my last orbit and injection burn, and this is going to be with a big base. So we'll see how this one goes. And then, yeah, I'm just going to have to juggle the mid-course corrections and the circularization burns, try to time all those. Alright, so we're going to go back into here and make sure I've got a pilot and a scientist before I get halfway across the solar system. Well, maybe less than a half. Alright, so I'm going to open and then find the Ike base. Ike base. This one's the one that all the missions hang on, so I'm going to double check that I've got everything. Alright, so Duna was the easy one. Antenna, yes. Docking port, yes. Generate power, yes. Facility supporting 7, yeah. Research lab, viewing cupola, stability, orbit. Okay, outpost, antenna, docking that. Facility 12 Kerbals, which I've checked. 1500 monoprop. Motorized wheels, maintain stability, land. This should theoretically work. Okay, so I need to double check the Kerbals. Keep Jeb here, send Valentina and a scientist. Alright. And he's in the mobile processing lab. Okay. And then I want to be careful about this, because I don't know how much I care about the delta V compared to it flopping, but this is pretty low thrust to weight ratio. Alright, so I'm ready to launch. This is the one that makes me the most nervous. This one's got quite a few parts, so it might take a little longer to load. I don't know. Alright. We've already got stuff wobbling. Okay, full throttle, so that's in Z and T for stability assist. And full throttle, here we go. Alright. Yeah, the computer's thinking a little bit more about this one. Alright, so I'm getting ready to stage away the first asparagus. I might be turning too early. I'm gonna stay a little more vertical. Now I think I'm a little behind, but I want to drop these off before I start to turn much. Okay, it's getting a bit unstable. I hope I don't hit myself here. Famous last words. Okay. So, what do I need to do different? I can't afford many more of these if I want to get this launched in the same video. I am just going to add some wings. Where are the wings? There. Alright, so I'll add them. I'll just add them here. Okay. Did I do one or... Oh, come on. Please don't mess up my staging. Okay. Grab this. Yeah, it's getting slow. Alright, so I want 4. And just for super overkill... Is that still on 4? Alright. And then double check my... I don't know how much better I can get than that, so... We will try it again. Make sure I got the right Kerbals. Okay. Launch this. Might have to wait for the loading again. I will fast forward if it goes long. Here we are. So Z full throttle, T for stability. Okay. It did mess up my staging and I didn't notice. I'll try to edit both of these out and just hope I remember. All right. That. I'm going to add separatrons on here. Alright, so I had to try again here. I may or may not have put the separatrons on backwards. Hopefully this is the time that it works. Now, last time I got a little unstable just at the end of the first asparagus stage, so I added like many more wings. Hopefully to keep the aerodynamic stability a little better. Maybe I shouldn't have these run out of fuel right around the transonic stage. I'm not sure if that matters in the game, or if that's what even happened. Probably transonic is not the best time to stage boosters, but I don't know. Alright. So getting ready to stage, I'm going to try to keep it very stable. Please fall away. Okay. Now can I turn to the right? Well, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to redo this. Alright, this next time I'm going to be turned more to the east. Hopefully this doesn't take forever to load again. It's getting kind of old. It's a big rocket, so I think it's got to think a fair bit. But yeah, this time I'm going to be trying to turn more to the east. I've got a ton of wings, and I thought that I had tested this. I hope I'm not missing anything here. So this time I'm going to be turned more to the east, just to hopefully make it so that I can't reverse course like that. And yeah, it keeps happening right around the time that I have to stage these biggest asparagus. I just made those ones bigger, and then I've got the fuel transferring between them. Alright. Maybe by being in more Aero it'll help because I've got the wings, but I don't know how much those are going to help with such a huge rocket. And then I'm also going to keep my eye on this yaw and see when it starts to deviate away right before I stage. So far it's behaving a little, but it seems to happen as I'm getting right around 300 meters per second here. Okay. Okay, I'm full right yaw. Hopefully it'll stabilize here soon. I don't particularly enjoy this. Okay. And sometimes the game hangs up just a little, which is making it a little more difficult. I think it is stabilized now. Let's see where I am. I just hope I have enough delta V for all this. It's gonna stink to get all the way there and have to reload basically everything, because this is the most important thing to land. And I'm doing them all in the same window. In the same Duna window, anyway. Alright, so we're pushing up. Still got 1300 delta V on top of this. I should be just about circularized by the time I use the this low thrust to weight ratio stage. I think it's looking good, but I don't want to jinx it or whatever. Alright. We've almost got a apoapse into space. I'm not gonna do this right away. I don't want it flopping around like I had that other time. I hope I wasn't lifting those boosters for long. Because I do not have much spare delta V for the Ike landing. With that 1500 monopropellant Science Lab cupola, 12 Kerbals, this isn't very easy. I think it would have been better if I had more of the tech tree. Got some engines with better specific impulse. Alright, I need to keep pushing this out and up. I've still got 1500 delta V. This should be enough, right? Because oh boy. I might be in a little bit of trouble. This next stage does not have a lot of delta thrust to weight ratio. I might have done a crappy job here. So I might have to edit this rocket before I do the launch. Try to raise this a little. Get it out further. timing-wise. Hopefully 2 minutes out. Keep it at 2 minutes out, and 125 is a goal, not achievable goal. Alright, let's see if I can aim prograde. Well, let's aim at the horizon and see how my timing is going. Am I catching up or falling back? Okay, 52. 51, so I'm losing about half my time here. And yeah, the goal is for this to fully circularize me, and then this takes me all the way to Duna. Lands does it all. So all I need this to do is just almost circularize me. It appears I have plenty of delta V for that, so I should be able to actually raise this periapse. Or apoapse, my bad. Raise this up a bit. I think I can physics warp. And yeah, my goal is to get this out to like 150. Got plenty of time to do it. Alright, cut this and make sure that I've got solar going on. Alright, solar, please. Okay. So I've got electricity. Might as well extend these two. No. No. Yes. Extend that. Extend this. Okay. I think the main things are kind of deployed here. Alright. I'm gonna warp to here. And then finish almost circularizing, and then circularize. Alright, so I'm gonna aim prograde. Apparently very slowly, so I'll throttle up a bit to give myself some torque with the gimbals on the engines. Alright. Now I want to end this just before... Okay. Now I can stage this away and finish circularizing. So stage. Alright. And 2500 delta V to do it all. So it's going to be a little bit for this periapse to raise. This is a pretty low thrust to weight ratio, and that also becomes a problem on landing. Let's see where we are, 71, so let me double check my mission. Alright, so everything's checked except stability and orbit. Outpost must be on motorized wheels. Well, it is. Maybe it's got to land on and maintain stability, land on Ike. I know I have motorized wheels. So... Alright, it's starting to just kind of circularize here. Call that good. And what have I got left? I've got my injection burn. That's going to take forever with this, so I am going to aim to do that in the next video. So we are launching this big honkin' base. The bigger requirements were 1500 monoprop was one of them, and 12 Kerbals, Science Lab, Cupola, and then some other kind of more trivial ones. Oh, this is meant to get me my science back to Kerbin, so I'm just going to load it into this probe and bring the science physically back, at least a lot of it. So yeah, we're going to do the Duna Injection burn, and then all the mid-course corrections for all 3 craft, and then we might even circularize one in the next video. So I will see you guys then. This is Keith from Kinvert. Bye-bye.